Hello and welcome to another episode of pop.vox.presents. My name is Phil, and today I am joined by the legendary Mike Adams at his honest weight. Hey, thanks for being here.
Hi, Phil. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, it is absolutely a pleasure. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time.
Oh, well, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. For folks at home who might not be familiar, although I'm sure everybody is, Mike, your first album came out in 2011, I think, right?
That's right. Yeah, 2011.
So you've been doing stuff for over a decade now, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I first became aware of your stuff. I want to say it was on maybe the Starflyer 59 message board. Does that ring a bell?
I mean, that's certainly possible.
I'm pretty sure like we interacted there, and I'm pretty sure you were like promoting it. And early on, you had a split 10-inch that you did a cover of a Starflyer 59 song on. I think that was the first thing that I picked up because I was like, wow, clearly we speak the same language, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. That was with Candy Claws.
That's right.
Sound of series. They're great. I love them.
Now, are you, I'm assuming that you're still a fan of Starflyer.
Major. They're my favorite band of all time ever.
Are you going to see them this coming summer? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm on the fence. It's at a festival, which is not really my speed, but how could I not go, you know?
I mean,
so I'm trying to get my buddy to come with me. And it's like 3 hours from here. Really no problem. So.
Well, we're in Southern California, and as soon as I saw that, I bought tickets. So we're going to figure out a way to get there one way or another.
I was at the last show. The last show.
The last? What was the last one? People like toss that around, but I don't know exactly.
It was at the University of Illinois in 2008.
Okay.
Dave Bazan and Starflyer. Mm-hmm.
I know that we saw them at some point, like shortly before that. I was not at the Illinois show, but we got to see them a lot in Southern California. So, but the cool thing is, though, that I will be heading out, assuming everything goes well, to that festival, and it's not that far, like you said, from where you're at. So, is there a chance that while we're out there, you schedule a show on either end of it so that I can see you live?
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah, I'll take a look.
All right, I'm throwing that out there. So hopefully, as you're looking, like, man, we need to play. Right before or after the festival.
Yeah, let me know when you're around, and I'll put your dates in my calendar.
Okay, just do a show just for us because we'll be there. You got a guaranteed 4 people attending if you do.
Perfect. That's enough. Yeah,
that's pretty good. Well, I was just telling you right before we started recording that about a little before we started chatting, this showed up in the mail, which is very exciting. So see if I have a good angle. This is a re-release of your first album. That I just got, so I'm pretty stoked. Can you tell us about the re-release at all?
Yeah, I can tell you about it. It's the 10th anniversary edition of that record, which was initially done in a run of 500 on the St. Ives record label, which was a secretly Canadian subsidiary. That did all the releases were handmade. Kind of, it was like a folk art record label was the idea, and I was actually working for them at the time, so they were really kind to me.
That's awesome.
To let me participate. But yeah, they sold out quickly, and that is what kind of kickstarted the band. It was kind of an accident that record even came to be. But Jared at Flannel Graph, I don't know if you know Jared. But,
I don't know him personally, but through Facebook, you know.
He's my best buddy in the whole world. And he kind of made it happen. And then the life of the band began, and that record's been out of print for ages. So for the 10th anniversary, Joyful Noise wanted to do a proper official release of it. And so it's now available again, finally.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had never got a physical copy. It was the only thing I didn't have physically that you had released, aside from a few, you know, lathe cut, like super limited things that I didn't jump on quick enough. But I'm happy to have it there with the official collection. So I'm pretty stoked.
Cool, yeah. And the second disc that's in there, Adam, my buddy Adam Jessup, who I make all the Honest Weight records with, he's kind of the other guy. He's the guy behind the curtain. He remixed the whole record from scratch, just for fun. I guess he had fun doing that. But it's amazing. The remix sounds so cool. And, you know, he's learned a lot in the last 10 years and gotten new equipment and new skills. So he was able to apply that stuff to those old songs, and it is cool to hear. Yeah.
Well, I've listened to it on Bandcamp, but I'm stoked to hear it through like a real stereo now. So
yeah, cool.
very looking forward to that. And you mentioned Flannel Graph, and I've ordered more times from Flannel Graph than I can possibly count right now. But can you tell us a little bit about your connection there and about Jared and all that stuff? Because I'm just fascinated by the whole Flannel Graph world.
Yeah, Jared is a fascinating guy. I love him so much. He and I were fast friends. We were both kind of in the same music scene in Indiana. He was kind of doing things up north, and I was in the south in Bloomington. And we just crossed paths enough times. Jared opened a record store in Muncie, Indiana, years ago, and I would pop in there on my way to visit my family. So we kind of got to know each other that way. And then a job opened up down here that I knew he would be great for, so I called him. And we did not know each other well when I called him, but it was like, hey, there's this job down here. I think you'd be great for it. You should come down. And he was just in a place in life where he was able to do that. He came down, and we were coworkers and fast friends, and it's just been, ever since it's just been the two of us, but kind of tied together. But Flannel Graph is just Jared's brain manifest physically. It's so wild and weird, and I love it very much.
Well, because of Flannel Graph, I have this like deep association with getting 7 inches of Mike Adams at his honest weight, and also like wrestling cards and old postage stamps, and they're all like part of that weird collection. And I don't know, I have like this great association between those things. And
Jared is a bit of a hoarder, but one of his excuses for hoarding is that, well, I need things to put in these packages that people order from me. I need to put bonus things in there. So that's why he has so much junk. So that's his excuse.
I mean, I don't ask my wife or anything, but I may tend towards collecting a little bit as well. So I just took the stuff, I guess, from Jared's house, and now it's at my house. So
I think that's his dream come true.
Well, let him know I kept it all, even the little postage stamps.
Very good.
For whatever reason. It's in a file.
You would love him. He's a madman, and I think he's the greatest thing there ever was.
Well, speaking of the greatest thing that ever was, I have to just give a shout out. As they say in Office Space, I celebrate your entire catalog. But one of the things that like just made me fall in love with the Mike Adams and his Honest Weight band was the Best of Boiler Room Classics. In particular, I just have to bring up the music videos, I guess you would call it, that went along with it, where it's basically what it makes me think of, and we were just talking about this beforehand, like the local television thing. Yeah. When we're at a hotel and it's late at night and I've watched whatever and everyone's asleep, and then those late night like ads come on where it's, classics from the 50s, just like it says, or 60s, and it's got just a quick clip of all the different bands. I would sit and watch those for hours. And you'd see, and it has like the different words that scroll by that say, oh, this one by Patti LaBelle or whoever. Sort
of Time Life compilation.
That's it. Those commercials, like, it just, when I saw those videos that you did, like, it just, I don't know, it's like, at one point, it's like totally like nostalgic, but it's also new and fresh, and I love it. And I just had to tell you how much I've enjoyed those over the years.
Oh, thanks so much. That's great. That thing was a ton of work to make. It was a wild idea, and thankfully my buddies at 19th State Video Productions here in Bloomington, they were down to make it happen. They thought the idea was wild enough and worth doing, so they put in a ton of work. I was really pleased with it, and I'm glad it's out there floating around. It's a fun thing.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I love it. Since I'm sitting here, just got to demonstrate for everyone the great little box that it came with and everything. It's a cool little set there. All right. So a couple of things real quick, Mike. We have a few people in the making comments, and I wanted to let everyone know, if you're watching live on the live stream, make sure to throw comments and questions and praise in the comment section. And Janelle, we got a couple of people.
You didn't introduce me, so people are probably like, "Who is Janelle?"
Janelle's always behind the scenes helping out. Thank you, Janelle.
Hi guys. Well, Tony, your dad, said that to check out the CD collection, and he welcomed Mike Adams.
My parents are aware of my collecting as well.
And then Tom put an awesome hashtag. He put hashtag flannel graph will rise again. So.
Yeah, flannel graph is on a self-imposed 10-year hiatus at the moment. So.
Yeah. It was a sad announcement to see there, you know. But
yeah, he just had to shift a little bit. You know, he gets squirrely.
I trust he's going to do the right thing there.
I think so.
And our kids want everybody to know they're watching too. They're commenting under my name though.
And then there's one other one.
There's one. Let's see. Scott says, "I love Mike Adams and Jared Cheek." And then we got a question from Melissa. How long did it take for you to make the album as a whole?
How long does it take you to make an album?
In general, an album in general. Oh,
I think question. So. Yeah.
It varies. I don't work for a long time, and I'm sort of gathering ideas. And then all of a sudden I start working, and I work really hard and really fast. And then I hand it all over to Adam, and then he just takes his sweet time. The whole process, it's like a flash followed by this long tail of detail stuff. So it usually takes like between writing everything and recording everything and mixing it all and production and manufacturing and all that, it takes us about 2 years, 2.5 years to put a record together.
All right. Good question from Melissa there. Thank you. Well, we'll be hearing more comments after the music, but I think that we're about ready to get into some songs here. Anything that we need to know about some of these songs before we get to it?
I did a lot of deep cuts for some reason. I noticed that after I sent it to you that there's like 2 or 3 7-inch B-sides.
Oh yeah, I very much appreciated that. I'm like, oh, this is good. Pulling out my collection.
Yeah, it's a handful of things I've never performed before, including a brand new song that is not. It hardly exists, but I went ahead and played it anyway. So.
Well, now it's like recorded for posterity, or it will be in a moment here. So,
great,
that's awesome. Yeah, when you sent me like your list of songs, it sent me down I don't know this track, and then I'm like Googling, is there something I missed? What's on Discogs? And I'm glad to hear it's new, because I was concerned there I missed something for a minute. So.
Yeah, brand new, and this is the debut.
This is it. Awesome. Well, we're gonna go into songs, and it's a little bit more songs than we normally have. So, folks listening at home, we're gonna be treated to several songs here from Mike Adams at His Honest Weight, and I think it's time to do it. So we'll be back with you guys with Mike in a little bit. All right, here we go. Track 1.
I hear you're moving on and taking calls and putting out emergencies and normal things are happening. What goes on in between? Word is you're moving up to Wicker Park and leading off with humor there. Your senior year, pregnancy scare. How do you get prepared? Now that's good news. It's not as though there's nothing wrong, but I don't suppose things will just come apart. Why let the ruins weather on? and getting everything you wished, but being missed and busy with what happens after this. Now that's good news. It's not as though there's nothing wrong, but I don't suppose things will just come apart. Why let the ruins weather on? Now that's good news. It's not as though there's nothing wrong, but I don't suppose things will just come apart. Why let the ruins weather on? Cold contact evening where wolves are howling backwards into thin air. Each ether disappear into wild eyes now reach it here on the low. How do you suppose that everybody knows the way it is now? Try and find out. We didn't lose them all. Some we let go. Honed in on wagon wheels and right-handed Christian gentlemen. Cold contact in the end. Every fork is branched, is not broken on their own. How do you suppose that everybody knows the way it is now? Try and find out. We didn't lose them all. Some we let go. What's that sound everyone's on about? I think that I heard it loud, but you've got to tell me. I live my life in pieces. You peck out yours in code. Some classic concentration of dots and dashes, I don't know. Don't look now, maybe they found us out. If I'm gonna turn it down, then you've gotta help me. I live my life in pieces, you peck out yours in code. Some classic concentration of dots and dashes, I don't know. I live my life in pieces, you peck out yours in code. Some classic concentration of dots and dashes, I don't know. Of dots and dashes, I don't know. Ordinary accretion, planetary collision, buried in the deepest sand. Pile me underneath mountains and hold my breath for a cave-in. Sticking to the tradition and mapping out these decisions quietly with little plan. The last ape or the first caveman, can you tell which one I am? You brought me out, and I cannot believe that's how that we learn to love it all. Let the wild do wonders. You brought me out, and I cannot believe that's how that we learn to love it all. Let the wild do wonders. Let the wild be wonderful. Wandered into the future and lost my whole sense of humor to everything that came and went, buying time in my own basement as we all change into spacemen. You brought me out, and I cannot believe that's how that we learn to love at all. Let the wild do wonders. You brought me out, and I cannot believe that's how that we learn to love it all. Let the wild do wonders. Let the wild be wonderful. 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 I keep doing that thumbs up. I don't know why. Blow after blow, and time after time, with good after bad and all, and you just can't remember the pain that caused the loneliness to defend your heart, defend your heart. Don't tell me what I wanna hear, but what to do. You know there's something happening, I feel it too. We're on our own, we're on our own, we're on our own. It's all because I lean into the trouble that hangs around, the fear that only lives in my heart. With hope against hope, race against time, with good after bad and all, and you just can't remember the pain that caused your loneliness to defend your heart, defend your heart. Don't tell me what I want to hear, but what to do. You know there's something happening, I feel it too. We're on our own, we're on our own, we're on our own. It's all because I lean into the trouble that hangs around, the fear that only lives in my heart.
And we are back. Thank you so much. That was fantastic.
No, thank you very much.
That was awesome. Awesome. Janelle, we're okay over there. I heard like there was an
Oh, I just heard. We're fine.
faded out before the final note there. Yes, that's okay. Okay. I didn't fill Janelle in and all this stuff. That was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for the invitation.
I love, again, like you said, that you got, I mean, you did have one off of your most recent album, Dots and Dashes, off of, but the rest of them are all B-sides or new songs, and that's special.
I'm glad. I did not mean to dig so deep. It's just what came out. So.
I love it. Well, before I forget, and I want to make sure to share with people who are watching live or watching later on YouTube, where can everyone find Mike Adams at His Honest Weight on, where can we buy stuff? Where are you at on the internet?
Good question. The best place to buy stuff is probably Bandcamp. Mike Adams at His Honest Weight.bandcamp.com, or through the Joyful Noise website. I'm also all over like social media, at least Twitter and Instagram. And Yeah, I'm out there. MikeAdams.info is my website. That's basically a placeholder. But yeah, Joyful Noise or Bandcamp are the way to go.
All right. There's a Facebook page also that we've linked to. Is that is run by you as well?
It was, yeah. I bailed on Facebook about 2 years ago. So whatever's up there, I think Joyful Noise has access to that page, so they can. There's new stuff. It's them.
Okay. Okay. All right.
But I will not see. Don't send me messages there. I won't see them.
Okay.
Send them on Instagram or via Twitter. I will see them.
Excellent. Now, what's up next? I mean, we just heard a new song. Basement Spaceman is the title. What is this? I'm hoping this is a new album that we're working on here. What are we looking for in the future?
In between 2020 and 2021, I recorded a mountain of new material, and we're sorting it all out now. There's a new record that is mixed as of last week. That song is not on it.
Oh, okay.
That'll be coming later. Yeah, I just recorded a ton of stuff in like 3 different sessions, and then we sort of tossed it all into a bucket and tried to figure out what made the best sense to group as albums and whatnot. So yeah, there's a new one. I don't know when it'll be out. We're trying to get a plan together now. I don't know if you know, there's like all this music industry manufacturing nonsense going on.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out how to deal with that and how soon can we get this new record out. But I'm very excited about it. And yeah, I just got the final mixes back like on Friday, I think it was.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the process of pressing a record. Well, we ordered it. I think we placed the order in September, and it's supposed to come to us in like April now. So
it's just insane.
Yeah. It's I feel you on that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out a way now. Actually, I had a meeting with the label last week to try to figure out a plan for like getting this stuff out fast without, I don't know, taking the steam out of an actual release. But
yeah,
hopefully we can come up with something that works for everybody and get it out soon, because I'm itching to share it. I've been sitting on it for a long time.
Well, I'm very, very excited to hear that. You have given us little teases in the intervening time, like your tour album where you did some live things and stuff like that, but or acoustic stuff, I guess you would say. But I'm excited for new stuff. This is good. It's good to hear.
Yeah, it's a new the record that's coming is well, I probably shouldn't say much, but
okay. I don't want to get you in trouble.
It's new for me. It's a new thing I've tried. So
okay.
I'll say that.
All right. We'll take it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Once again, thank you to everyone who is watching in the live stream. I appreciate you guys all joining us here. Make sure you guys follow Mike at all his various things. Janelle has posted some links in there, and we have
a question. Is there any upcoming shows?
Oh, yeah, shows. Someone else asking about shows too.
We are planning some spring shows right now that hopefully I can announce those soon. Not a ton yet, but we're trying to wade into the water.
Yeah.
What's happening with the virus and all that and keeping everybody safe. But yeah, we are going to try to do some tour dates in the spring.
Awesome. All right. That's it? Excellent. All right. Well, any last things you wanted to add, Mike, before we go?
Just a big thanks for having me and giving me a chance to dust myself off a little bit. It's really fun to do this. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you dusting. That was fantastic having you here.
Well,
excellent. Yeah, and thank you again, everyone, for listening. We'll be back again next week. We've got Aaron Sprinkle on the show, and so definitely come and join us for that. And I think that's going to do it. Thanks again to Mike Adams at his Honest Weight, and we'll see you guys next time.